after number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy between the New York Giants taking on another team from the NFC, the Arizona Cardinals. The first Super Bowl of the new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So here we go. What a wild ride it's been over the last 16 months or so for Kyler Murray. A top 10 pick in the baseball draft, then the Heisman Trophy, the number 1 overall selection in the 2019 football draft, and now here he is, both trying to give the Cardinals their first ever Super Bowl victory and trying to become the first rookie quarterback to win a Super Bowl at the same time. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 25 on second down, Murray. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Murray now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, but it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
So he looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Manning. He completes it to Tate. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 39 yards there. A big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Manning. For the Giant touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. But look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here's Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On second down, it's Johnson, and he'll go down at the 28.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. B.J. Goodson there on the 10.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Murray. That's complete to Butler. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Football going back to the New York Giants here. CD 4-12 this past year for New York. The Daniel Jones era has begun. Unfortunately for Pat Shurmur, his era over after 2 seasons. Now the Eli Manning era, also more than likely over. So this could be a team with a lot of changes next year. They've already raided the Patriots cabinet, hiring Joe Judge, former wide receivers coach, to be their head man. And one of the things that you hear when you call around the league and ask about Joe Judge as the head coach, a no-nonsense, decisive type of a person. And he's going to need every bit of that in New York coaching the Giants. The good thing is the Daniel Jones era has begun, and while there were a lot of turnovers, I thought down the stretch he played better, took care of the ball better. He's improving. Got to get some people around him, and I think this Giants team, with Saquon Barkley as their leading guy, I think they can improve quickly with the right draft picks, the right free agents, and Daniel Jones continuing to get better. And because of that 4-12 record, they will have the number 4 pick in the draft, so they could move back, stockpile some picks, or get an impact player. Arizona, they're getting the ball back here, CD, but I want to talk about 2019 for them because I think really their season, if you had to give it one word, it might be meh. I mean, I
would disagree.
Well, to quote a former Cardinals coach, they were who we thought they were, right?
I thought they were better.
Did you?
Yeah, this is where you and I differ a little bit on it. I totally get it. When you look at the record of 5-10-1, there's not a lot there. I thought this team...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. He's going to fire one. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. And even 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So an onside kick fail in the 1st quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. And maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. And an alley to run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 22. They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Cardinals have retaken the lead. And they're able to run it in. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense.
That's our ball, baby. Going the other way.
So after the blocked PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now Manning. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Manning. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanting to continue to go to the
blitz coming, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. David Johnson now gears up to help lead this offense back on the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, and we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Giants. 53 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown. Touchdown, Giants. Scott Simonson there to make the grab. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6. This will be taken in at the 1. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time, they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Here's tight end Clay, the intended receiver. Well, partner, let's talk Super Bowl. We have to. Before the year, by the way, we made predictions for the Super Bowl. You got one of the teams right. You had Kansas City and New Orleans, but you had the Saints winning. I also had the Saints there, but losing to New England. Now we get a chance to rectify things. So who's going to win the big game, partner?
Well, I think San Francisco wins 35-34. MVP, usually a quarterback. But in this case, we're going to have an upset. Middle linebacker Fred Warner is going to have 13 tackles and an interception return for a touchdown and be the upset MVP winner over Jimmy Garoppolo, because in the Super Bowl, if the quarterback does anything, he wins the award. But this time, the defense, which got them there, is going to take charge, and Fred Warner walks away. Super Bowl MVP, 49ers Super Bowl champions.
Wow, you went above and beyond with great specifics there. I'll be a little bit more general. I'll just say that the Chiefs are going to win by a touchdown, and yes, I'll go with the MVP being number 15, Patrick Mahomes.
And if you're not really rooting in this game, how great a matchup is this?
Fantastic. Going to be a ton of fun. Off the draw. Here's Johnson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Murray. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that time.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Manning now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line.
And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the rookie Saquon Barkley, the one who finishes things off with a touchdown run. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple. Murray, and the catch made by Johnson. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. The busy night continues for Johnson. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Here's a look at Golden Tate as he heads back onto the field now. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense. Is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Eli, not something you see a lot, sporting the wheels and picking up the first. Manning. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Manning now on first down. Finds his tight end Ingram. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game?
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. 2nd down and goal. Manning. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. You have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
On the move to his left. He'll run it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. first down. Murray. He gets this one to Johnson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, screen play, Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Murray with a 3rd and long. Complete. It's Johnson. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Here's Manning to throw. He's going to let one fly for Tate, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10. Manning, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll get that complete to Simonson, the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Manning. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. Golden Tate, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. This is fielded at the goal line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray able to find Isabella. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. To throw, it's Murray. And he finds Fitzgerald. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Dexter Lawrence breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The never-tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Manning now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage. Well, Charles, you and I have made our predictions for Super Bowl 54. Well, coming soon, the official Madden NFL 20 Super Bowl prediction. Something Madden folks hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Terrell Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there. 3rd and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Now Manning, he's going to let one fly for Tate. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Taken in at the 22. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Now on 2nd and 13. Murray sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. The 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. They go to Johnson again. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Oh, they go with a tight end carry, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Taking it in from a yard out as they are able to cut into that lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
And New York set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. And the Giants' all-time leader in passing yards and completions and touchdowns, just another connection.
No doubt about it. That's the Eli Manning we know, pushing the ball downfield and with proficiency.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Manning. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Give him 32 on the play.
Ready. 30 base.
Again, they'll throw with Manning. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skills.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Rhett Ellison there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And man, Charles, talk about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of